Hello, everyone. James Nussbaumer again with another For a Better Life webcast, and we're going to talk more about today on, the thing that's bothering all of us is what really is consciousness, and how can understanding consciousness help you to reach your full potential and just be happy every day about everything that you're doing and not be bogged down with all these worries about the latest news and things that bring you down and so forth, personal things that aren't going well for you or whatever. But first, let me say, if you're like many everywhere, you want to begin reaching your full potential without having those limiting beliefs on what is going on around the world and truly feel successful about yourself. Many have had tremendous success, but also feel that they've not achieved, full potential levels of advancement and are still longing for more. Today is January 23rd, 2021. By the time I get this posted, it might be a day or two later, but there's a lot of turmoil going around the country right now, around the world, actually, with all that's happening with the recent presidential election and such. And this has got many people kind of crying and upset and feeling like they were just let down. And even the people that are feeling good about what happened really know deep within that they just don't understand what's going on in the world. So let me go on and say that this article is intended, the article that I'm going to refer you to, I'm sorry, at my safe and secure website, at my blog, and the video too as well here, is intended to show you that it's impossible to reach your full potential unless you begin starting to realize what the real power of consciousness is within you and yet beyond. Now, that article that I mentioned at my safe and secure website that I suggest, and another webcast included in that article, and it says, what does it really mean to be spiritual? It's all about what consciousness really is, so you can understand it without thinking too hard about it and understanding what really is spiritual consciousness. Now, if you're here at YouTube, I'll have that link down in the description area down below, and you can go check that out again at my safe and secure website. But we just need to, don't you agree with me that we need to increase our knowledge? I mean, our real inner self knowledge and take action on learning to just be all that we can be. Now, I want to share an example. For example, uh, a mentor of mine who that I just have admired all my life, all-time great golfer, Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus reached his best because he trained and studied each day as a commitment to himself. Think about the many other high achievers who have learned that secret. Well, many humans question, are we all we need? In other words, are we all? Do I have what I need to be successful in my life? And success doesn't mean money. It just means that pure happiness, a life of bliss, no worry, no anxiety. I mean, yes, in order to begin reaching and tapping into your real consciousness so you can live that potential, that full potential of yourself, many do believe that what is really deep within us is all that we need. But far too many of us don't understand what that means. And when many podcasters, authors like myself, uh, and so forth discuss this, they're put off as, oh, these people are extremists. They don't know what they're talking about. And I want to say that's probably because of those judgments against certain people, or because they just don't understand it themselves, and it frightens them inside, and they're afraid to embrace that fear that they have. So their cop out is to blame others. So let's get into, are we all that we need truly, in truth? Okay, do you need anything to make you yourself more whole, WHOLE, more whole and at one with all of creation, where you are reaching your full potential. And once again, when I say that, full potential means tapping into your real consciousness and letting that lead you along the way in life. See, we are always so filled with questions about what holds together the power of the universe, we may say, or the power of consciousness, which people don't really understand. We think of the universe as that beautiful moonlit, starry, gloried midnight sky that we look at, and we look out and we say, that's the universe. Well, if you'll read my books, you'll understand that that's not exactly the way it is. But yes, that starry midnight sky that you see with a shooting star coming by, and you see the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper and so forth. Yes, that's a reflection of what's going on within you. And I don't mean your body, I mean within you. So people often question things like, will we ever find life on another planet? Think about this now. Is it possible that there is a life form out there? We often ask, somewhere that we may connect with and learn from. We try to ask ourselves, but really, let me say that I believe that we all realize our true inner power, but many of us aren't sure how to tap into it. Well, and we ask, but are we wholehearted, whole-minded, whole in a consciousness sense? And I want to keep mentioning that word consciousness so it kind of flows over you a little bit. Are we more whole the way we are? Ask yourself that. Love and wholeness must be the way God wanted it to be, because how can God be of conflict? Does an all-loving Father God want you to be fighting with yourself and be worried and upset and all of us fighting and in conflict about all the different things that go on in this world? Let me share a principle, a spiritual metaphysical principle from A Course in Miracles, which states, "Praise be to you who make the Father one with his own Son." Now I will repeat that in case any of you are jotting this down. Praise be to you who make the Father one with his own Son. Now let me say that, and also let me assure you that if you are truly happy, I mean, perhaps have found the right mate, the right loving mate, the right love relationship, or the right career, the right financial situation, and so on, you are truly reflecting heaven then in that sense. And you are feeling whole minded when you are reaching your full potential in that. That's what's going on. The power of the universe. Let me talk about that. And by the way, also here at YouTube, if you're listening there, I will have a link down below about understanding really what miracle manifestation is. Not magic, miracle manifestation. And it offers a free ebook and free MP3s that come with it too, and a chance for you to continue further. And it's a system that I use. It's on my bookshelf. Whenever I feel weak, I like to pull it out, take a day off, and just listen to it. And it really brings me back. So I'm suggesting that you just take a look at that and try to just it helps you keep aligned, I'd like to say, with the power within you, which really is your true free will. And your true free will has to be God's free will as well. Therefore, how can you go wrong? Because God doesn't go wrong on anything. Don't we always seem to know that there is a great power of the universe and beyond, we like to say, which we cannot seem to explain? We find it difficult to contemplate. And again, I always like to use that word contemplate because it's a little deeper than using the word understand. And I like to be careful in my words because I think contemplate is more of a reflection of the deepness within us that will always take care of us. Look at this. Consider this. Two hearts beating as one, making love, a connecting consciousness, if you will. There is no greater feeling than that anyone can experience. Think about that. The most intimate relationships you have with your significant other are of that experience. You feel so alive, like you can conquer the world. You're not judging people. But no, let me say, I believe that we are not all we need to answer that. Are we all we need? No, I believe we are not all we need. Yes, you need a loving relationship. You need that wonderful sex life with your partner. You need to feel whole. You need to feel one and happy with your children, with your friends, your golf buddies, whatever it is, your coworkers at work. Because when you're doing that and you have that feeling, there you go. That's consciousness, the beauty within you that's touching everyone. And when you are happy like that, all the people around you, it's being extended into them. If you have no friends, then life would be awful, wouldn't it? It'd be awfully boring, wouldn't it? And you wouldn't be having much fun. You'd also be thinking like, man, there's got to be more to my life. And this certainly is not being, not living at your full potential. You see, I believe that we are not all we need, and that there is much more to life than being alone. And to just think about things and focus on the things that you may need to get things done, it does require some quiet time. And that's why I also urge that you learn how to do some form of mindfulness meditation techniques, because it really is soothing. And a lot of people, for the things that for the reasons I just explained before, are afraid of the word meditation. They're afraid to look deeper into that. Drop the fear. Let's talk more about whole and connecting consciousness, that beauty that you are within. Yes, at times, again, like I said, but I'm going to say it in a different way. But we at times we need to be alone individually, but not always. And just think about, again, how boring that would be. And I think it would drive most people crazy to be alone all the time. And it does drive people crazy. I'm sure you'll agree, and you might be chuckling with me. But be thankful for your family, friends, and friendly people who you encounter throughout your days that you don't even know. Give someone a nice hi greeting, even if you don't know them, as you're walking across on the sidewalk and they're going the other way and you're passing them. God wanted it to be this way. Wanted us to be connecting. When you give someone that hello as they're passing you by on the street, with a nice genuine smile, you are extending your natural beauty, which is your consciousness, and you are connecting with that person in that instant. No one really realizes it in physical form, but it's happening. The more you give thanks for what you have, the more inspired you'll be for reaching all that you can be, your full potential again, and doing the things necessary to continue advancing you forward while you live in this world. Try to see that we are all interconnected down deeply. A, a whole, WHOLE, a whole consciousness at one with each other, linked together. And each of us is unique individually while we are here in this world. Yet, I want to say that we also have so much in common and are, don't you think really that we're have so much in common and are connected and made up of the same stuff, I could say, and the same power of the universe, the power of consciousness holding us together? Yes, it's what saves us. And that's what salvation means. A Course in Miracles teaches us this wonderful lesson. A Course in Miracles states, you will learn salvation because you will learn how to save. It's the wholesome consciousness, life force that we must take personal, and which I discuss in great detail in my book series that starts off with the master of everything, a story of mankind in the world of illusion that we call life. And we're up to book 4 already, and book 5 soon to be released. So I hope that you'll check that out at my website. And again, if you're at YouTube listening to that, there will be links down about not quite a few, but just a few different links with a longer description of this video today, so you can access my books if you'd like. But for now, let me say, so please know that reaching, or let me say, rather than reaching, know that tapping into your whole, WHOLE, your whole minded consciousness through the power of the universe, which is that as one, that's when your full potential comes forth, called pure love, which is what God is all about. Wouldn't you agree? It's the answer to all of life's questions. Hey, everyone, my time is up for now. I hope that you'll subscribe to my newsletter. And by the way, please keep in mind, like I always like to say, but in a little bit of a different way, please take a look and consider your own life right now and what's going on. And please look within yourself to the natural beauty that is within you, the natural beauty that you are. That natural beauty that is within you is the power of the universe. Learn to extend that through your smile, to a gentle hello to a passerby on the streets. That is how we connect in consciousness. Thanks again. James Nussbaumer, signing off.